We are a bunch of wild and crazy Cleveland Browns fans, bringing you all the latest in Browns news. Tune in now.
Fanatical L show, and it's Thursday night. Good evening, Steve Gill. Good evening, Sam Britton. How are the two of you doing? We'll start with Steve and go on to Sam. Steve, you are in another undisclosed location. How's your Thursday going?
Undisclosed location. I am in the FBI's protective services. You know, I didn't quite get the 52-man final roster correct, and I had to go into hiding.
53 man, buddy.
53. Sorry. See, that's why I'm out here.
That's
my name is not Steve Gill. We got to change that. It is Bob Jones.
Bobby Jones. Love it.
Well, I'm taking a little vacation.
It's wonderful that you are, and Steve works very hard throughout the year. He's a tax guy by day, by trade. So he's earned a little vacay. So
tax guy, and I might as well call me a Cleveland media member because the current ones are totally useless.
Yes, we can get into that here in a little bit. Boy, Tony Rizzo and Tony Grossi got into a little spat this morning. Yeah, for clicks, I'm sure. But
of course.
Sam the Man Britton bringing the weather report from Dallas. And Dallas is pretty popular right now in the last few hours. So we're going to let Sam talk about that. Sam, what's the weather like first?
Oh, I mean, it just started raining, so I guess that's why we're bringing it up. But it's been hot and wet for the past few weeks. Pretty average August. It is cooling down, though. We're going to start cooling in the next few weeks. But, yeah, I mean, I saw Micah Parsons got traded. I think
what?
It's hilarious.
Michael Parsons got traded?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone in the NFL knows it now at this point. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I'm not surprised. Jerry was talking so much about, oh, it's fine. Oh, everything will be okay. Like he was talking so much stuff about that everything would be fine. And clearly it didn't end up being fine because he's gone now. But no one's going to be happy. They do on the radio station here, the local one, which is the home of the Cowboys. They do a call in every Friday where you can call in. And I have a good feeling nobody's going to be happy when they start calling in. But yeah, it's pretty insane. I have a feeling every Cowboys game is going to be fire Jerry chance or fire Steven. I feel like Steven does most of the work now. Jerry's he's very old. He's got a bajillion dollars. Why continue to run a team at 82 years old? So I mean, I think it's Steven's decision. So hopefully they say fire Steven, not fire Jerry. But not setting the new head coach up for success, getting rid of one of your best players. But it's kind of crazy.
Old.
And I think Green Bay is now a threat too, honestly.
Yes.
I think Green Bay is a threat for the NFC now. I don't know if they're going to get through the Eagles. The Eagles are tough, but they've got a good team. I like their team. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. But, yeah, kind of crazy.
Browns welcome the Green Bay Packers to Cleveland in Week 3, which I'm hoping to actually be covering the game, interestingly enough, up in the press box for Northeast Ohio Sports Insiders. That's going to be a pricey ticket to get, so hopefully my colleague up there, Natalie, can secure me a spot there in the press box.
Yeah, tell her to secure me one, too.
Right, I know, yeah. So
get me one, I don't mind.
Right. Hopefully we're trying to get the covering tomorrow night. I'll be we're supposed to be up in Olentangy Liberty, which is a big high school here outside of Columbus, and they're playing Cleveland Glenville, which is a powerhouse team now up from Cleveland. So they're coming down to the Columbus area. So I'm going to be covering that game for Northeast Ohio Sports Insiders. Looking forward to that. Now, back in the day, when I was growing up back in the mid to late 80s in Worcester, Ohio, Worcester used to play, they would have Glenville and teams like John Adams come to Worcester. And back then they were horrible football programs. And so we would win our game one very easily. But now Glenville has been a powerhouse up there in the Cleveland area. So anyway, okay, so we've talked enough about that. If Micah Parsons is going to the Green Bay Packers, so that is pretty big news here in the NFL. But we have our Browns to talk about this week, and the Browns did get down to their 53, and unfortunately, Steve thought it was 52, so he's in an undisclosed location, hiding. So Steve, let's start with you. Overall, the 53 and what you're seeing from the quarterback. We can get into some of these more specifics, but just your general thoughts on what happened this week.
Yeah, not surprised. I thought they might keep 4 because I didn't think anybody would trade for Kenny Pickett while he was hurt. But hey, there's a sucker
love the
born
Raiders
every minute.
Yes,
So,
kind of like the turkey. Was it the turkey you were telling me off air that was that you were running in front of you?
oh yeah, the turkey, stupid, stupid animal. I'm sorry, they are. They're the dumbest things on the face of the earth. But yeah, so they got basically 5th round draft pick back. It's probably going to be a lot better than the one they traded. So that was nice. I was glad to see a bunch of undrafted rookie free agents make the team who actually earned it.
Yes.
So that was good. I like the running back they picked up off of waivers. I remember him when he played at South Carolina. Malachi Conley, I kind of liked him coming out. He's going to the practice squad.
Yes.
I like the young offensive linemen they picked up for the practice squad. These guys really had good combine numbers. It's interesting. I was kind of thinking they were going to get rid of Barton Jackson. He really hadn't thrilled me, the number 4 tackle. He had a great opportunity to make this team, but as I put in all my articles, they were going to look for somebody else, and they traded for a guy they had just played. So, and he played a ton of snaps in this preseason. So we'll see what happens. He's your 4th tackle. I mean,
Okay.
So I'm pretty happy with the way the teamed out. They're going young.
Yes,
which
they
is
are.
good.
That's what I was going to ask you.
And I think they have enough talent on defense to really make games of just about every game. Michael Hall came back. He's working on the side. They think he's going to be ready for the season opener, which just makes their defensive tackles a lot better.
Sure.
And of course, my man Aiden Huntington, who I've been touting since right after the draft when they signed him. Love this kid out of Tulane, and he showed you why you should love him. He's a monster.
You've been on him talking about him all off season.
Yeah, he's great. He is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can get into some of the more specifics here in a second. Sam, you.
And they got rid of our kicker.
Yes, Dustin Hopkins is gone. In comes Schmitz.
I told you they would not hesitate to pull the plug.
They did not. It's a new day for kickers. We certainly will. It was funny because Joel Cade and I were talking about it the other day on What the Elf Was That. So check that out. And he was talking about the presser that they did with the kicker. And Joel had said in previous podcasts that it's so funny to him because we got on this thing about Tony Grossi, Mary Kay, and all these people up there, the beat writers. And whenever they interview the kicker, they always are like, "Oh my God, the weather, the winds, blah blah blah," the stadium. And apparently, I didn't see his answers for everything, but he made some comment about how he grew up in Chicago, and so they were like a little bit. They didn't know how to take that. Like, oh yeah, I guess you do know a little bit about the weather up here in the Great Lakes. So where do we go next with our questions? And it's just the idea that we're trying to make something out of something that's really not. So I'm excited for this kid, new opportunity. Dustin Hopkins, hopefully he can get his mind right.
Yeah,
being a kicker is just nuts. I mean, it's like golfing.
It was something between the ears, not between the goalposts.
Yeah, and
with him,
absolutely. And hey, Angel, thank you so much for watching our show tonight. I know Angel's part of the Bearded Browns podcast. So we appreciate you guys over there. You guys do a great job. I know you've had one of our contributors, Ethan Greenberg, on your show most recently. So keep up doing a good job. I know their
Did
brand
Ethan have
is
to grow a
growing.
beard to be on their show?
I know, right? Would Ethan grow a beard? Ethan Greenberg, if you're watching or listening later, are you going to grow a beard? I saw you were a little scruffy there the last show you did on Going Nuclear. So that is a prerequisite. Is that not right, Angel? You have to have a beard. No, I have a beard, but Steve, I think you
Hey,
got
you
some
can have
work
me
to do.
on.
And Sam,
I
We're
can grow
getting
one
there.
in
Sam,
a
you
week.
gotta.
I can grow a beard in a week. So
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, we're old, right, Steve? I mean, we can do right. But now Sam, who's still not 18 yet.
Yeah, I
he's
know. It's crazy.
We're excited. Sam has been with us since the beginning of all this. I don't know, Steve, how long have we been doing this? This we've been doing for about what, 2, 3, the third season?
third year, man.
I think this
Yeah.
is year 4 of my podcasting, I think.
Someone was asking me, Sam, how you and I connected because I had to knock a few things around in my head to remember. But you had your own show.
Yeah, I was doing my
the
own
Browns
podcast.
breakdowns.
I DM'd you on Twitter, I think.
Yeah,
Or no, I think I emailed you. I think it was in your Twitter bio. So I
you had been
emailed
doing
you.
some stuff with Cleveland
You
Sports
decided to
Talk.
come on, and then it kind of just went from there.
We just love Sam so much. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, I'm
Steve,
like
we love you.
the little group project.
little
I'm like
engine
the
that could.
I'm like the little pet that you keep in like the classroom.
No. You're like,
I know,
you're
I'm
like
kidding, I'm
our-
kidding.
You're like our younger brother.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what it's like.
And you've got, I was thinking like on your Browns breakdowns, maybe you could, I love your logo. Maybe we need to add another logo or something like with the cowboy hat somehow.
Oh yeah, I could probably think of that. I could probably do something like that. Yeah, I made mine like in 15 minutes on just like some web designer. I'm like, all right, I need a logo, and I love it. I think it's one of my favorite. It looks super good. But yeah, I could definitely create something with the cowboy hat involved.
Well, we want to give a shout out to all of you that are watching us right now live on YouTube, on the X, on Facebook, or listen to us later on Apple and Spotify. That's where we get the big bucks. So please download us, subscribe to us in all these places. We are trying to build our YouTube channel as well. I know Rod Bloom and his group for the Browns Blitz tonight are going to be exclusively on YouTube at 9:00. So tune into that. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And I thought you were having an electrical storm or something there. It looked like you got struck by lightning for a second. So.
No, I was trying to load up a web page, and it was bright, stark white, and so it just blasted the screen.
You are broadcasting from Dallas, Texas. I know a little bit about the weather out there in the Midwest, having lived in Wichita, Kansas. So shout out to all those people out there in Wichita, the Browns backers out there.
I thought we had like a little Weird Science thing going, the movie Weird Science.
Yes.
I thought Kelly LeBrock would walk behind him all the time.
that would have been excellent, Steve. Don't
For those
get
of
me
you
all
who are
thrilled.
our age, who know what that is.
Sam, you go Google Weird Science.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Great
your homework
music by
assignment.
Ungo Bungo. But anyway.
That's your homework assignment. Okay, back to football. With Sam, your observations on what the Browns have done. Let's look at like the quarterbacks for a little bit. The old aging wonder, Joe Flacco, is the guy. I will say this before we started and let you talk. It was funny. There was a little clip going around yesterday and today with Joe Flacco and David Njoku acting like little kids sitting on a bench. It was funny. I got to give it up to those guys.
I saw it.
Yeah. Sam, what's your perspective on all this with the quarterbacks, the Flacco starting, Dylan Gabriel being number 2, Shedeur Sanders announced would be the number 3 and would be dressing for games, which is pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, dressing is important, yeah. But no, I think it makes sense. Put the guy who's been playing in the NFL for a bajillion years, the guy's been here since like 2001, basically. I mean, you put him in, right? He's played here for so long. He's seen everything. He's done everything. So he realistically should be the starter. I think Dylan Gabriel's, he was drafted higher, right? He probably, he has, I think, done better. in the games he's played. Shadur has had his problems, but he's had his ups and downs. I wouldn't expect anything more from a rookie in the NFL. That's just kind of normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, it's pretty simple. I think it makes sense. I think it's normal. So yeah, put him in. Let Flacco do his thing. If something happens, if he doesn't do good, then you put Gabriel's in. I think that's the best route to take. I think it makes perfect sense to run it like that.
Okay. I know there's been a lot of buzz still since the whole thing that's happened with everything. And, from the local media, Tony Rizzo and Tony Grossi got into a little argument this morning on the
That's
radio.
because Grossi is right, and you'll never hear me say that again.
It was
He
funny
is.
because Tony Rizzo was pretty much, they were agreeing with each other, but I think it was just for, clickbait. They just like to yell at each other. And Tony Rizzo was upset. He was telling Tony Grossi, stop telling me how to think. Stop telling me how to think. So they, I listened to both those guys. Steve, you and I have listened to both those guys for years. So we know what they're about. And I'm happy that Flacco is starting. I know there were some people that were hoping that Kenny Pickett would be the guy, but he's not. He's
If
gone.
he-
He went to
Super
the
Bowl
Raiders.
champion
get
Kenny
hurt.
Pickett, yeah.
If he didn't get hurt, there was a possibility. So,
Yeah. And
but all I
and
got to say
th-
about Joe Flacco,
Yeah.
I hope everybody out there finds a friend like Joe Flacco has found in David Njoku.
right. It's funny because you listen to Joe Flacco these days. He's just a humble guy. I really think he would be genuinely a really cool guy to
He's
just kinda have
loose. I mean, he's
Right?
just relaxed and loose and chill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I think it's a real benefit. I know people that like to overlook things for the Browns. I do think that I know he'll make his mistakes. He's a gunslinger and he'll do those things to, try to drive the ball down the field. I think it's going to be a real benefit. I definitely think the Browns are going to win game 1. I've gone out and been saying that they're a 6-point underdog against the Bungles at home. I'm putting
I don't
money
get
on
that.
that.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I'm putting money on that. I'm going with the Browns. I'm taking the money line. It's a plus 220, 225. So, I mean, those are good odds. I mean,
I'm sorry to
I
interrupt.
don't
Is
see
my
it.
mic sound okay? I think it's
Yes.
connected. Is it like
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
high
You
quality
sound
and
good.
stuff? Does it sound
Yeah,
fine?
it's perfect, Sam.
Have you guys
sound-
noticed any like static or noises?
No.
Huh? Because it says on the bar in the Riverside that it's making noise, and there's that little like orange thing around, meaning I'm speaking.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. I thought it was connected to the computer mic, not this. But if it sounds fine, then
No.
never mind.
You sound good.
Interesting. No, you're
All right,
sounding
cool.
good. And yeah, no, everything's looking good on our end.
Yeah.
Just keep
'cause
talking, Sam. I know
all right. I'm
Riverside.
sorry. I just didn't want to have my mic quality sound like I'm talking from like a waterfall.
Hey, Steve, don't tell him we can't really hear him. We'll just act like we're just having a
He
conversation.
sounds like a chipmunk.
He's wearing that cowboy hat and stuff. So just don't say anything. Okay. Shh, shh, shh. Okay. Anyway, let's talk run game for a minute. The Browns initially brought in two. They held on to two guys, Dylan Sampson and Jerome Ford. They've since then brought in a couple free agents under the practice squad. One of the guys is last name Sanders, as well, a kid from
Rocket
South Carolina.
Sanders. How can you not like a running back named Rocket Sanders?
From South Carolina.
Yeah.
His teammate as well, that is made
Gage
the team
Larvadan.
from wide receiver as well. So Joel Cade the other night on What the Elf Was That was very saw some tape on Rocket Sanders and really liked what he saw. Other than he said he can see the hole, he can hit it quickly, but that basically he seemed a little bit slow when he went through these holes. Like he was running sometimes with cement in his ankles or on his ankles. What do you think about him and the running back room right now, Steve? Let's start with you again.
I've always liked Jerome Ford, and he has played well the last couple of years. I thought when he stepped in for Nick Chubb, he did a yeoman's job considering. Love Dylan Sampson. I hate to say it, I'm a Vanderbilt graduate, and I hate to praise anybody from the University of Tennessee, but the guy's a monster.
Yeah.
So, we got 3 change of pace backs, and I'm still hoping the NFL will get off their ass and clear Quentin Junkins to sign a contract and play. But, the NFL, Browns, typical.
It's been a strange um, event with all of this, and
I know,
hopefully
it's stupid.
I've seen all sorts of reports. Some have said that they're very close to signing him, that it's just a
Yeah.
matter of days.
It's all up
or
to the
hours.
NFL and their investigative team.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see what they have to say.
Okay. Sam, are you there? Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just like testing stuff.
No, did you turn off your mic? You turned off the mic too. Then you turned it. I just turned it back on for you.
Yeah, I know, I
Is that-
saw.
Okay, cool. Your observations on the running backs and the rest of the offense. Do you like what they've done with the wide receivers?
I mean, yeah, the wide receivers seem fine. Running back is going to be iffy. I have to see it first, right? I can't really make an accurate prediction right now.
Yeah.
I need to see, and I mean, running back in of itself is a two-sided position because you need an offensive line to run. You can't run the ball with 5 preschoolers as your offensive line. You're just not going to make it. But if you
Right.
have like literally the best offensive line, you can put anyone at running back. You can put those 5 preschoolers in running back and they'll get like 15 yards every play. So it's very dependent on also how the offensive line performs. Because without the offensive line, you don't get the holes, you don't get the blocks, you don't get the people upfield running into the linebackers to give you an extra few
Yeah.
yards. So it's a very two-sided position, but I just need to see it before I can really make an accurate
fair.
judgment. But I think they'll be decent. I don't think they'll be great. I don't think they'll be awful. I think they'll be pretty
But I-
like 4 or 5 out
Yeah.
of 10 in my opinion. But again, I just
Okay.
need to see it first.
4 or 5 out of 10. See, that's not very good, and that's part of my concern with this team. I mean, there's a lot of concerns for this team. I think they're going to be better than they were a year ago. They're predicted to win 6 games or more by most people in Vegas. I actually took them to win 8 games, so I put money on them to win at least 8 games myself. But getting back to the whole running game, we've been really not very good in that department. We've fallen from one of the top 5 to 10 running back teams. Obviously, Nick Chubb helped, now down into that bottom 25 to 30. That I think's got to be priority, that this team establishes a run game. And
Well-
if we can get, good 3-4 yards off of first down, off of good, run, 4 or 5 yards, that's a step forward. We didn't see that as much as I would like. And I think that's going to be important, so that other teams aren't doing what they've been doing the last year. The Browns just, begging them to throw it. And
Well,
bring
they,
every-
the 2-game scrimmage against the Eagles,
Yeah.
the starting offensive line dominated. So I'll take that. And Sam's right. You could put Bozo back in the backfield. If you have a top 5 offensive line, even Bozo's going to average 100 yards a game. So that's where it's all going to start. And I like
Are
the
we-
new
yeah.
offensive line coach.
Yes.
I mean, and obviously the linemen are responding to it, unlike Andy Dickinson, who's linked away in the middle of the night last year. So, yeah, it all depends. Sam's right. Depends on the offensive line and also the play action. And Flacco is a master at play action. So
He is. Yes. I'm excited to see him play. Who plays left tackle for this team? Who ends up being DeJuan Jones?
I still think it's going to be Cornelius Lucas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's pause here for a quick commercial break. And on our way back, we have lots of more things to talk about, including a free giveaway coming up shortly. We'll be right back. This is the Fanatical Elves Show, Thursday night. Stay tuned. And we're back here on the Fanatical Elves Show, Thursday night. thank you for watching us here. We've got Rod Bloom show coming up momentarily at 9 o'clock, exclusively on YouTube tonight. So check that out. We are giving away a great free gift t-shirt, Browns t-shirt, to get the season rolling. We'll have a giveaway here shortly. I'll announce the winner shortly. So hopefully you're watching us live. You still have time, if you're watching us, to go to our X page. Make sure you're following us. Repost. Sam, have you gone on the X page and done that yet for everybody? Okay. So go ahead and do that. I'm sorry I can't give you a free shirt. Well, I can later on, Sam, but that'll be your Christmas gift.
Hey man, I'll take it.
We're gonna give a free stuff away next week as well as we get geared up for the Browns season. So the season of free gifts is back, free giveaways. So make sure that you're following us here on the Fanatical Elves Network. We love you guys. We think, Browns fans, you are the best, and we're Browns fans just like you. We've actually been talking to some people about joining our podcasting crew, and we actually have a new person joining us. I'll probably announce that later through our social media posts. So we're excited to add some new fame and stardom to our programming, and so look forward to that. Not that we don't have stars right here, and Steve and Sam. So anywho, all right. So the Browns have a week to go in preparation. It's Labor Day. Labor Day is very early this year. It's September 1st. Your thoughts on I want to get both your takes just kind of on gearing up for this next week. I mentioned how the Bungles are 6-point favorites at home. It's kind of baffling me because we have a winning record against those Bungles for Cincinnati, and we have a winning record against Joe Burrow. And yes, they did some winning last year against us, but we're playing at home. We got Joe Flacco. Flacco Mania is back. Stadium is going to be rocking. Steve, how do you feeling about everything gearing up for this week?
Well, like you said, it's for the Browns. It's a good season opener. Out of their first 6, it seems to be the the best game for them to play.
You called it Murderer's Row.
Yes,
in your show the other night.
Now it's worse, week 3 with Micah Parsons on Green Bay. So
the death penalty.
Yeah. I have a good feeling about the game. I'll know more about it as I look into it next week and write a preview article after I do a little study. But like you said, I'm sure the bookies are thinking the Browns offense is non-existent. As opposed to the Bengals defense, which is also non-existent at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're giving the Browns much credit offensively, and definitely not giving much credit defensively. So we'll see what happens, but I have a good feeling about it.
Sam, how are you feeling going into this game? Do you think that the odds makers are being ridiculous in their odds? I mean, they're pretty accurate sometimes. So
yeah, I mean, Vegas seems to know what they're talking about more often than not. I mean, there's a reason they're profitable. They get a lot of this right, but it's hard. It's the NFL. You can't truly predict anything. I mean, it's going to be. I think the Browns do have a decent shot. I mean, who knows what's going on with the Bengals defense? Heck, you could put those 5 preschoolers I mentioned 10 minutes ago out there, and they'll probably score 60 points on the Bengals. So who knows, right? But their offense is so amazing. At least preseason-wise, what we've seen, their offense is just stacked to just the moon. And so, again, maybe they outscore you 60-63, and so you lose because you couldn't stop them, but they couldn't stop you either. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious, though, to see how the Bengals defense does, because I think it's just a whole mess over there. And I mean, like, regardless of who you put out, I think you can score a pretty decent amount of points on them. So I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a closer game. I don't know if I still have the Browns winning. I feel like this team still has its flaws, but I think it'll be a decently close game. I think it'll be within a 4.5, 5 points ish. So if you wanted to set a line, I guess.
Yeah. and it would be funny if this game ends up being like 7-3 or
Yeah, I
9 to
know.
7.
No, it's got to be
9
2 to
3
1.
with the Browns winning on 3 field goals.
2
Right.
to 1. Make it
Kicker.
2 to 1. Have it be
With
the
their
most
new kicker, their
outscored
rookie
score
kicker.
ever.
Yeah.
A safety, and however you get that 1 point where you have to like fumble a safety, and then the other person brings it back to the your end zone and falls over.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Myles Garrett dancing again. I think he's going to just explode onto the
Mhm.
stage. I think it's going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to be there in person. We'll see how it all turns out. Last question I have with the Browns and like Coach Stefanski. This whole thing with the rookie quarterbacks, and there's been some chatter, in recent weeks and this week about Stefanski and developing quarterbacks, because we've talked about this topic over the years, and some people will say, and rightfully so, that the Browns have had with their quarterback situation where they've been injured or haven't been able to play for this or that, so that Stefanski truly hasn't been able to develop quarterbacks. Obviously, Joe Flacco's going out there first, but this is a big opportunity, I believe, for Kevin Stefanski to maybe prove to some people that don't think he's a very good coach. A lot of us here think that he is a very good coach, but there are many people, again, like I said, out there in La La Land that don't think he is. Do you think he can develop Dylan Gabriel and potentially Shedeur Sanders in his tenure still as the Cleveland Browns quarterback? Steve, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, everybody complains about Baker Mayfield, but even to this day, his most efficient season was 2020. Jacoby Brissett had his best statistical year under Stefanski. Hell, he won an important game with PJ Walker, and won another important game with DTR against the Steelers. So, yeah. I don't know why he gets this bad rap. I mean, I guess it's the Sanders people who aren't happy with the way the situation, turned out. They said he was a developmental quarterback from the beginning. He played like a developmental quarterback in game 3 of the preseason. And, he threw you a bone telling you he's going to be the emergency quarterback. What more do you want?
Yeah. No, well, you're selling. I mean, he's helping the Browns sell lots of jerseys, and ultimately, the way the story goes, and
let's face facts. Dylan Gabriel looked pretty damn good in the 2 times he played. I mean, he had 2 of the most impressive under 2-minute drives I've seen in preseason, and they both led to scores.
Do you think something like, and Sam, maybe you can answer this part of the question. Do you think that Dylan Gabriel, I know you don't follow Ohio State football very much, but the idea that Dylan Gabriel played against the Buckeyes twice, that there's some Browns fans there are a lot of Browns fans that are Buckeye fans. Do you think that has any carryover to how we look at someone like Dylan Gabriel? The fact that he was drafted ahead of Shedeur Sanders as well. Obviously, Dylan Gabriel is not getting the love that Shedeur Sanders is. Do you look at that at all? I mean, I do myself, but do you see that as an issue potentially?
I mean, for the coaches don't think of that. Let's be honest here. Coaches really don't think of that. If you're a fan, right, and you're a fan of Dylan Gabriel's, and now he's with the team.
Yeah, just as a fan, right?
Yeah, as a fan, yeah, it makes sense, right? I don't blame anyone for that. If I was a fan of a player and he went from college to somewhere else, I'd follow him, right? I follow the wide receiver who was in Green Bay. I don't know if he's still on the team, but from Michigan State, just because I liked him. So I still pay attention to him. I'm still like, all right, nice job, dude, because whenever I see a good stat from him. So yeah, I think it's very for the fans, but for the coaches, they don't look into that. It's a new world. It's a new year, new place, new everything basically. So they wouldn't be looking at that as much as someone else might.
Yes, Sam, thank you. Joel and I were talking about this a little bit the other night because he had posed a question on social media in La La Land about who had the worst or who has the worst fandom following. Johnny Manziel, the Baker Bros, or the Shedeur fans. Now, Steve, you and I have talked about the Shedeur fans, but Johnny Manziel's fans like even when I was living out there in Kansas, Johnny Manziel come from Texas A&M. We saw a lot of them playing in the Big 12. There were a lot of people that I knew out in Kansas that became Johnny Manziel fans because they rooted for him from Texas and Texas A&M, I should say, and wore the material, wore the clothes for Johnny, but they didn't really love the Browns, or the Baker Mayfield guys, Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma, the Sooners.
At least they were humorous occasionally.
Well, they're nice folks. Oklahoma.
The Sanders fans are just angry all the time.
Well, they're from
Lighten
Boulder.
up. Man,
I mean,
you
come
guys
on,
are
they're
gonna have
Colorado.
an
They're
early
all
heart attack.
they're all
It's
smoking
the
stuff
NFL.
and
It's not college. Jeez, just look at us. You and I, John, we're old Browns fans. We're still alive. You guys are going to survive to your late 20s with this kind of attitude. Chill.
that's the truth. Yeah, Sam, you got to start learning early now. I'm sure you have he's not even 18 yet, but Sam, just take it 1 year at a time. Don't let things get too much, because I know when I was 18 years old. Yeah, when I was 18, Steve, you were in your 20s or close to probably 30 when the Browns had those massive collapses in the AFC Championships games.
Oh my God.
My best friend, Doug, shout out to Doug out there. Doug got so mad that when he jumped up and down on our couch, he broke one of the parts of the couch. My dad was not very happy about that, but it was one of those moments. So don't let the heartache of being a Browns fan get to you too much.
I'll be fine. If they lose in a Super Bowl or an AFC Championship, though, I'm not going to say anything.
Now, one last question on the Browns. This question was asked to me the other day as a Browns fan. If the Browns made it to a Super Bowl
Oh my God.
in our lifetime before we die, would that be satisfying enough, or do they have to win the damn thing?
They have to win it. Yeah.
I agree.
Really?
Yeah.
Just making
I
it.
really
isn't
want
enough,
them to
especially for
win
a team
it,
like
but
the Browns,
as a
yeah.
lifelong, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's win.
See, but I would think, like Steve, you and I feel like if they got to a Super Bowl, that
You
would
don't
be
want-
satisfying.
You don't want to get to dance with the prettiest girl and have her leave with someone else.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
Come on.
I know, but it's a lifelong.
I'm all in. I'm not one of those guys that, well, at least they made it. No.
All right. Well, we know
I
where we
agree with
stand.
Sam. Let's
So
go
I'm the
for it.
sucker.
Hey, man, we're basically Super Bowl champions already. We beat the Eagles in preseason, so.
All right. Two
Like
more
in
things out
comparison
here.
to the,
Two
like,
more.
Oh, you
two
guys
more
beat the Super Bowl champion.
Interesting
Like-
fact, last year, 6 teams finished undefeated and only one had a winning record, the Vikings. So let's, temper
Yes.
the 3-0
Yeah.
preseason
Oh,
stuff.
yes. Hey, one last thing I was going to ask you guys, a couple things here. One, Taylor and Travis Kelce engaged, the big moment. How are we feeling, Sam? How are you feeling about this? You're the youngin'. Do you love it?
No. I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. I get a lot of other people care. That's fine, right? That's great. If you guys care, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna judge. Like if my favorite music artist got engaged to some famous NFL player, I'd be like, yeah. But no, for me personally, I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal to me. But no, if it's cool, right? I guess I'm happy for them, right? That's great. We'll see how long it lasts.
Sure
So I'm just saying, celebrity marriages don't seem to turn out as well as most regular ones do. But no, they seem happy together. I'm happy for them. But
It is a.
Taylor Swift isn't buying me all this stuff for me, so I'm not gonna care that much. If she gave me like $10,000, though, I'll care. I'm just saying, if Taylor Swift's watching, I wouldn't mind.
Well, you never know. Travis Kelce, Cleveland born and raised. It's kind of neat. I'd love for him to come to Cleveland and finish his career here in Cleveland. I think that would be a
Arch
nice-
Manning and Travis Kelce win a Super Bowl in 2020.
Oh my God! There you go.
The rookie season for Arch Manning, he wins the Super Bowl with like 48-year-old Travis Kelce. The guy's running out there with like
catches
a
the winning
cane.
touchdown. And Taylor Swift celebrates in the press box with their young child.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I call this the Steve Gill engagement. He was born in Cleveland. She was born in Nashville. I was born in Cleveland. I live in Nashville.
I love
No?
it. I love it. I love it. All right, another football game. We got lots of college football starting tonight. I don't know who's playing tonight, but there's lots of
Somebody.
games. The big game here in Columbus is the Buckeyes welcome the Texas Longhorns to town to play. And lots of, I'm here in Columbus, so there's a lot of conversation, a lot of hype, gonna be a lot of tailgating. Either one of you want to give a prediction of what you think is going to happen? Because Texas lost to Ohio State last year. These teams got new players on them, all that. So I'm going to say that the Buckeyes are going to win. It's a home game. They're going to win. Do you both feel that way?
With that.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Okay. It's early too. Neither one of these. What do you think? Yeah.
I'm not much of a Ohio State guy, so I don't really know. I'm not qualified to make a prediction.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. It's early in the year. Neither team's going to be. If they lose this game, it's not going to be the end of the world, but it'll be a fun game to watch. I think it's ridiculous the prices for some of these tickets, considering that it is game one. It isn't the national championship game, but it's not.
I think it's ridiculous.
Texas...
It's at noon.
Correct.
That's so stupid. Come on, Fox.
Oh yeah,
be better.
Yeah. That Dave Portnoy, who's with
Fan
Fox now, he
from the
does
stadium.
all the
Good.
Does
Don't
the
like him.
pizza guys. No, I know he's a interesting cat. He posted just a simple tweet. He says he's staying over there in Dublin, a suburb here of Columbus, which is probably one of the richer, nicer suburbs of all, in the entire country. So he was saying nice things about Dublin tonight on his Twitter post. But anywho, okay, guys, final thoughts. Steve, final thoughts from your undisclosed location tonight.
I'm impressed that the new running back, Rocket Sanders, is staying in Berea this weekend to learn the offense. I like that.
He's trying to get used to the weather.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I like the fact they signed Isaiah Bond. I wish they had gotten him the ball a little bit in game 3, but I'm very, very high on him. He's not the most polished wide receiver, but he's fast as hell. I like that. Let's just see how practices go next week. And I got a good feeling about week 1. We'll see. See what Cincinnati does.
Yeah.
In their practices, news out of there. I know they signed Trey Hendrickson to a 1-year contract, which is weird. But, they're going to be in the same boat next year that they are this year.
Yes.
So
I don't know why they don't get value out of him, because Trey Hendrickson's going to have like a 2-sack season and his value is going to tank. And the Bengals are going to be like, what now? We could have gotten like a first-round pick for this guy, and now we're going to get like those 5 kindergartners for our defensive line. The third time I've brought those kids up.
Sam. Fun stuff. Sam, any final thoughts other than the small kids that you keep talking about?
Yeah, the 5 kindergartners. No. I mean, looking at it, I'm excited for football. It's only a week away now because of Thursday Night Football, Cowboys.
Yeah.
That'll be very fun to watch. Everyone booing the Cowboys because they traded Micah. That'll be amazing, very entertaining.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll be able to hear it from my house, or if there's like neighbors who are going to be like, "Oh, you suck." No, I think I'm excited. I can't wait. But it's college football. I can't wait to watch my team lose because I decided to pick Michigan State, who doesn't know how to win a football game. So I guess I'm a Longhorns fan.
All right.
Also, I'm like dying over here. I'm sorry.
You are. Boy, the young kid is having a Hey, we forgot to mention the winner. Anybody watching still? If you want to know who the winner is right now, here we go. the winner of the T-shirt. Thank you again for reposting this and following us here on the Fanatical Elves. The winner. Oh wait, I think I might have some music for this. Hold
I'm
on.
actually being sacrificed. That's how you get access to all these Browns gear. I'm being like, I'm gonna like start floating to the ceiling.
Ha, ha, ha. Here we go.
I'm being raptured.
And the winner is Grandpa to 8 at Kirk Schweitzer. Husband to K, stepdad to 3, grandpa to 8, saved by grace. He's from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Steve, is this
Oh.
you? Is this you? No. You're
No,
not.
it's
You're
not me.
not
That's
you.
east. That's right outside of Knoxville.
Hey, grandpa
You know
to
where
8.
the place where the nuclear bomb was developed.
Oh, okay. So congratulations to Grandpa to 8, Kirk Schweitzer. Thank you so much for following us here on the Fanatical Elves Network. We will be in touch shortly to talk about your free T-shirt that we're going to be shipping to you. So again, appreciate you here on the Browns Fanatical Elves Network, where we give away free giveaways as the season gets going. Thanks again to everybody for following us, and go Browns.
Go Browns.
Sure.
See you
Go
all
Browns.
later. I'm going to scare Steve now with my go away music.